Welcome to my channel. My name is Waisha, and for those of you who are returning, welcome back. Today I have a special guest. We have Joy, and it's interesting. I ended up meeting her through a connection, and we were just talking, and some of the things I've been really passionate about is trying to bring more health into our communities. So she has a nonprofit that I'm excited to share with you guys. I'm looking forward to showing you guys the nonprofit and introduce you to Joy. So Joy, hi, how are you? Thank you so much for taking time.
Hi. Thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited to be here. So, yes, my organization is called My Neighbor's Love. And it's a really cool concept and an organization that I put together because what it does is it really helps families who's in need of assistance but do not qualify for assistance, which is so many families. A lot of our coworkers, people we see in the streets, people that we actually know are on the verge of being homeless, and we have no idea because they work right beside us. So that's what my nonprofit does, is that we help single mothers make those ends meet, even if it's just giving them food so they can put extra money towards the rent, or maybe helping with their utilities so that way they can put a little bit more extra money towards the car payment, just to keep things afloat, because the threshold to receive assistance is extremely low. So I would use Ohio for an example. That's where we got started at. We're working right now with 3 families in Ohio, 1 family in Nevada, and 1 family in Texas right now. So we are definitely out here helping people, and I'm really excited about it. But for Ohio, for example, if you were to go try to get assistance, their threshold on average is $27,000 a year. So you can't make no more than $27,000 a year for a family of 4. For a family of 4. So that means that if you were to go to a bank and get a job for roughly about $15 an hour, they will tell you that you are fine. That you should be able to make ends meet for a family of 4 with $15 an hour. And we all know that's just not the case. But the resources are just not simply out here. It's not because they're trying to be mean or really feel like you can make it. The resources are just literally not here for people who are working. So that's what My Neighbors Love. We try to focus on the working poor, if you will, the working class, to try to keep things afloat. So that's My Neighbors Love.
Yes, I love this so much, and it hits so close to home because I was raised in a single mother household, and it was just my mom and my 3 sisters, and we were headaches. I can imagine. But even so, like, I grew up watching her doing the best that she can. She didn't have an education, so she was a part of that working class. And I can't even imagine her trying to do that in today's economy. It's like on another level. So the fact that you're doing this work in the community is absolutely amazing. I actually know from your website and from us talking, you mentioned a little bit about the love boxes. Would you be open to sharing a little bit more about what that is?
Yes. So the love boxes is like pretty much our first level of support that we give to our families. And what the love boxes do is that our families actually put together their box. So they can choose a food box or they can choose a personal care item box. And they actually choose the items they want in that box. So our food boxes is really cool because they have standard items in there that all boxes have, like rice, beans, and things like that. But you can actually choose the type of box you want. So if you choose, I want a Mexican box or Italian box or American box, from that cuisines, if you will, you can actually put together if you want tacos, if you want nachos, how you want your tacos, how you want your nachos. And then they also get a recipe card that goes along with their box for the cuisine that they choose. And the significance of the recipe cards is that we also try to foster family connections. When you are a single mom and you're just trying to survive, you do not really have time to foster that relationship with your children in a way of simply making a meal together. So the box is going to provide you with a meal, and it's going to provide you with a recipe card so that hopefully you can take that time while you're cooking to do it with your children and have that moment of, we still got to eat, we still got to pay the bills, but in this moment, we can come together and have an activity to do that is free and that is helpful and productive. So that's the significance of the recipe cards to bring the family together. And then the personal care item box, which I really love, because we're not just giving you things that we think you should have, like toilet paper and tissue. You get to choose things that you need for your house. Not everybody needs toilet paper right now. Not everybody needs paper towels. And you can add in like those feminine care products, which we all know is expensive and that we all need. So you can choose that. You can choose bleach, household cleaning supplies, anything that you actually need to keep going is what we're supplying versus just putting something together for you, giving it to you and tell you beggars can't be choosers. That's not this. We are a community. We're all important and we know what we need. And My Neighbor's Love is here to support that need that you tell us. So that's our love box.
Yes, I love that so much. And I know you started off by mentioning that you started in Ohio, but what does My Neighbor's Love serve? Is this all across America? Who could benefit from this nonprofit?
To be honest with you, anybody in America can benefit from this process. How we started out was in Ohio. We went through the local school districts. But here's the thing that I learned through this whole process. People actually care about other people. So we've had families that has been in our program and was like, hey, thank you so much for helping me out. I'm good this month. I'm good for the next 6 months, but I do know somebody else who needs help. Hey, they're not local, but can you still extend that care? And that's how we've been getting other families in other areas because people care about people. And people, honestly, this is a myth that people who need help are lazy and people who need help are selfish. That's not true. It can be furthest from the truth. People who need help just needs help. And after they receive that help, they're so grateful for that they never take more than they need. Even if I try to encourage it, I'm like, hey, you can choose more stuff. And they're like, no, I don't need that. I don't need that. Because they want to save it for the next person because they understand that struggle. So once they receive the help and they get back on, they say, hey, I do know this person, or hey, my kid has a friend that's moving and they need help with this and this. And that's how it spreads. So we started in Ohio. But as people start talking about it, as people start sharing the love, and as people start donating, we're starting to help in other areas where needed. So honestly, anybody in America can get this assistance as we have the funding to assist.
Yes. Oh, that is amazing. And speaking of that, for those of you who are watching, we would love your support. Joy, how can people better support the initiatives that you are trying to push with My Neighbor's Love?
Great question. So there's two main ways that will be the most helpful, but there's all type of ways you can help and assist, and every help is appreciative. But two main ways that you can do right now is that you can honestly Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, My Neighbor's Love. Even if it's $1, every dollar, even 50 cents counts, everything counts because every dollar that you donate, 100% of that proceed goes to a family that we're helping. I have a full-time job because I do not make money off of this nonprofit. It is literally a nonprofit. So every single dollar you donate, 100% of it goes to a family in need. Another way you can help that is so important is to share and spread the word. Post it on your social media, tell a friend, share the website, say, hey, next time you're having, a birthday party, you want to do a donation type of thing, gather this together and collect donations for My Neighbor's Love, because you know that it's going to a single mother in need, and 100% of those donations go directly to that family. So spreading the word and donating when you can are the two main ways that you can help My Neighbor's Love continue to do the work that we do.
That is amazing. And I will also have all of this information in the description below, so be sure to check it out. You will be able to see the website and all of the ways that you can help donate. I'm so excited. Okay, so is there any other things that you would like to share, whether it's about yourself or the nonprofit?
Yes. So My Neighbor's Love actually came about because I was working so I used to have a child care center, and I was working with one of my families, and she was going through a hardship, and she's, hey, I don't qualify for assistance. And I was listening to her story, and I was like, you don't qualify for assistance, but you have 3 kids, you work at the bank, it doesn't pay that much money, even though a bank sounds like a great job. And I was going through, me and her had a really good relationship. So we were looking over the finances, and I was like, wow, I'm very surprised you do not qualify for assistance. And I really recognized that there was a need there. So within my childcare center, I would have like payment plans and try to help other moms because you need childcare in order to go to work. And childcare is expensive, food is expensive, gas is expensive, rent is expensive. So seeing that need and seeing the lack of resources really sparked my neighbor love. Like, how can I help you? Just out of the, what can I do to help you? But then the fostering the family piece really was inspired by my mom. Growing up, we grew up in low income area is the best way to say it, low income area, but her perception of it was completely different. I will always say that I grew up in the hood. I grew up in the ghetto. I grew up in poverty. And she would always tell everybody, no, we grew up in a historic neighborhood and we would have dinner together. And she would read us books at night because her mindset was completely different. And that right there was a key difference between struggling and struggling with sorrow. We struggled, but she made sure that she can uplift us whenever she can, make sure that we stay together. She will always have family bonding time. When I tell you when I was a teen, I hated that so much, like family bonding time. I just want to be on the phone, mom. But she made sure that no matter what our struggles was, no matter what our finances was, we are going to come together because we are important. We are a family, and that is number one, no matter what our struggles is. So we can struggle, but we don't have to have the sorrow with the struggle. So my neighbors love really focus on that, fostering that family connection and building that family together. So not only do we do the love box for the food and personal care items, we're also getting boxes together for family entertainment, where you can actually purchase a box of entertainment for a family. So our families, when they fill out these forms, we ask them, hey, what do you like to do with your family? What is your family interested in? So some families are like, hey, we really like to go to the movies, because in our area, we got $1.50 shows.
Yes.
So we will put a box together that will allow them to go to a movie theater and go to the concession stands and get food and just really have that moment to bond together and to foster that family unit. So my neighbor's love is just not meeting the needs of just food and utilities and things like that. It's also trying to build that family connection because that's really important. And that was inspired by my mom. She was really amazing at that.
This is so beautiful and so relatable, because I feel like when you're in that space, you're only focused on survival. You're not worried about what the kids are doing, how they're doing at school, and I completely understand that. But I love that your mission is to help not only support them with giving them the necessities, but also to bring them together as a family, to host that love. My neighbor's love literally is in the title of the nonprofit. That is so beautiful, Joy, honestly. And I'm so honored to have met you. I'm so grateful to learn about your mission and what you're doing here. This is amazing work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. This right here just means so much, is that exposure and getting that word out there. I literally had a young lady from social media reach out to me. She said, hey, I saw your post on another creator's page and I just put in for a love box. Oh. And that burned my heart. I said, yes, this is what we're about. Yes, I absolutely love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much.
And thank you for your work. And again, reminders, all the information will be in my description below. If you can support, we would truly appreciate it.